Ainsley here, coming to you from my back patio by my pool. Yet another absolutely gorgeous afternoon in South Florida. I'm bringing to you this evening a lower body stretch class for about a half an hour. It's actually the very first half of my yoga hip opening stretch class that I normally teach, but I'm going to break it into two segments. So for right now, we're just going to really concentrate on utilizing a stretch strap or a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, feel free to use a tie or a towel or something else that's going to give you a little bit of resistance when we do stretch our legs out. We're going to start on our backs. Laying comfortably on the back, and just take a few nice, deep, long breaths in and out of your body. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through slightly pursed lips. Remembering that as you pull the breath in, you pull it in from below your belly button, through the center of your abdominals towards your heart. And when you exhale, try to exhale completely, allowing your breath to guide you in your movements, allowing your breath to take you deeper into the stretches that we will eventually start working on. So as you find your center on the mat, find your breath, find your place, find your peace. On your next inhale, reach your arms all the way back behind you. Lengthen long through your fingertips and through your heels, arching slightly off the mat. Pulling your right knee into your chest, hands behind your thigh. Shoulders relaxed and down away from your ears, lengthening long through your left leg. Inhale, you release. Send your arms and legs long. As you exhale, pull your left knee into your chest, hands behind your thigh, lengthening through the right leg. Pressing your back into the mat, feeling a wonderful stretch through your back. Inhale, you release. Exhale, right knee into your chest, hands behind your thigh. Holding the stretch for about 3 seconds. Inhaling, release. Exhaling, left knee into your chest. So the idea each time you bring the knee in towards your chest is to just take that leg maybe a fraction further, deeper into the stretch. Inhale, release. Full recovery through the stretch. Exhale, right knee into your chest. Shoulders relaxed and down. Inhale, release. Exhale, left knee in. So if you really lengthen through the straight leg, you're going to feel the top of that hip, in this case it's the right hip, really getting a bit of a stretch as well. Inhale, you release. Exhale, right knee into your chest. And the back should be loosening up now. This is a wonderful stretch to do if you have a cranky back, especially in the mornings. Inhale, release. Exhale, left knee into your chest. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, we release. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, release. Exhale, left knee in. Then inhale, release. Exhale. This time, bring both knees into your chest, and you can place your hands lightly on your shins without a whole lot of pressure. The reason I usually take my hands behind my thighs is just in case anybody that I'm normally teaching might have some trouble with their knees. You don't want to put a whole lot of pressure into the knee. People tend to push down on their shins, but whatever feels comfortable for you, resting your hands is fine. And then quiet that movement. Take your feet on the floor, knees and ankles together, arms open wide to a T. Let your knees just tick-tock from right to left. Nice, easy movement, nothing being forced ever, remembering there's no need to push or be competitive with your body. This is all about stretching out through the lower body, the back, lower back, hamstrings, your hips. Then quiet that movement. Bring your knees back towards your chest. Take your hands on top of your knees. Bring your legs to a tabletop position. So that just simply means your knees are over your hips and your ankles are out in front of your knees. Keeping your feet together the whole time. Open your knees wide. Push your knees away, pull your knees together, and pull back into your chest. Open your knees wide, push them away, circle them together, and back through. So you're getting a nice gentle massage on your lower back. And then you're also just bringing some fluidity or some mobility into your hips. We carry a lot of stress in our hips, so the whole focus is to try to relieve some of that stress. And then let's reverse that. So you push your knees away, open them wide, pull them back through and around. Nice gentle motion. And then quiet that movement. Bring your feet to the floor, hands by your side. Your feet can be about hip distance apart. And just slowly pressing your back into the mat, pushing through your feet, driving your hips up into a bridge pose. Opening up the whole front side of your body if you want a little bit more. Simply walk your hands underneath your hips, raise your hips up, and take 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling out. Deep breath in and complete exhale out. One more breath. And then slowly release your hips if you're holding them. One vertebra at a time, slowly lower your body safely back down to the floor. Bring your knees back into your chest and just rock gently side to side. Now make a fist with your hands. So right hand has a fist and left hand has a fist. Place those fists between your knees, bringing your knees back again to tabletop position. We call these windshield wipers. So my fists and my knees remain touching, and I'm just trying to externally rotate my hips. So yes, we call these windshield wipers, but they hardly look like the way my windshield wipers operate on my car. Don't know about your car. We'll just do a few more right here. Last one. Then quiet that movement. Place your feet on the floor, arms open back wide to a T, palms to the sky. Now walk your right foot to the right edge of the mat and your left foot to the left edge. So your knees are still bent. Let your knees open wide a little bit. And now just simply tick-tock again from right to left. With your legs a little bit wider, notice that there's a deeper stretch through your hips. And the next time your knees are over to your right, let's just keep them over to the right. If you're feeling any kind of pull on your left knee because it's slightly suspended, just narrow your feet slightly, or perhaps take a brick, if you have a brick, and something to prop up underneath your left thigh. Consciously let go of the stress you might be feeling or the tightness in your right buttocks cheek, so that might have started to tighten up a little bit, and just breathe into the stretch. Remembering always that if something doesn't feel quite right, you stop what you're doing and make a modification. Never forcing the body into a pose or a stretch that just isn't right, doesn't resonate correctly with your body. And then slowly bring your legs back through your center and over to the left side. Again, remembering if the right knee doesn't feel quite right in the suspended position, prop it up a little bit or just narrow the width of your feet. Taking 2 more breaths right here. And 1 more breath. Then bring your legs back center. Heel toe your feet in until they're touching, knees are touching, and then open your knees wide. The bottoms of your feet are touching. This is called Supta Baddha Konasana. We usually have this pose at the end of our yoga practices, but for now it's a wonderful hip opening stretch. Once again, conscious thought into your breath, inhaling, pulling that breath up from below the belly button, through the center of your abdominals towards your heart, and then exhaling completely. Then let your feet slide forward slightly. Notice that your thighs are going to be a little bit closer towards the earth. Maybe you feel a deeper stretch. Notice whether or not one hip feels like it's opening more than the other. Sometimes you can actually take a peek down and notice that maybe one knee is closer to the floor. In this case, I feel like my left knee is a little closer to the floor than my right. So very often we do have imbalances in our body, and it's nothing to worry about or stress over for sure. That's just the way we're built. And then extend your legs long on the mat. Bring your arms back over your head. Hold on to each elbow and just lay them flat behind you. Move your legs to the left side of your mat And then move your upper body to the left side of the mat, keeping both shoulders on the ground and really trying to keep your right buttock cheek still on the ground. You're going to feel a stretch down the right side of your body into your right hip. If you want a deeper stretch, simply take your right ankle on top of your left. And keep a neutral gaze towards the sky. We call this banana asana. So the goal is to kind of make your body look like the shape of a banana. Finding your breath, inhaling and exhaling out. Taking one more breath here. And then bring your body back to the center. Bend your right knee in, and with your right hand, grab the instep of your right foot. We call this stirrups pose. You want to pull down on the right foot and push against the right hand with your foot. So there's opposition, yin and yang through the body with the opposition. Your right knee's bent to a 90-degree angle. If you want a little bit extra out of your left hip again, just simply extend through your left foot. Inhale and exhale out. Allow the breath to guide you. Allow the breath to take you deeper into your stretch. One more breath right here. Then bend your left knee. Take your left foot flat on the floor. Take your right ankle on top of your left thigh. And once again, open your arms to a T. Flex your right foot. Let your knees roll to the left until your right foot lands flat on the floor. So you've kept your right ankle on top of your left thigh. And now reach your right arm back behind you. Lengthen long through your fingertips. If you want, turn your gaze towards the right, looking underneath your right arm. And then think about your right knee going towards the front of your mat. If your right foot cannot reach the floor, you just need to back off that stretch a little bit and kind of loosen up the left leg. If you want more out of the pose, simply bring your left knee closer towards your left hand. One more breath right here. And then carefully come back to your center, keeping your right ankle on your left thigh. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Thread your hands through to the back of your left thigh and interlace your fingers. So we call this the figure 4 pose or supine pigeon. As you inhale, just relax your left leg away from you a little bit. As you exhale, pull your left knee towards you, keeping your back pressing into the mat. Inhale, you release that stretch a little bit. Exhale, you pull it in. Now again, if you want a little bit more, flex your right foot. Maybe you take your right elbow and push the right knee away a little bit. Inhale and exhale out. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull it in. One more breath. Go ahead and place your left foot back on the floor and then place your right foot back on the floor. Open your arms wide and once again let your knees just tick-tock from side to side, gently massaging your lower back. And come back to your center. Slide your legs straight out and together on the mat. Again, arms back over your head, both elbows being touched by the opposite hand. Move your legs to the right this time, and now your upper body to the right. If you need a deeper stretch, take your left ankle on top of the right and find your breath. Inhale and exhale out. Noticing that still as you inhale, your stomach's going to rise towards the sky. As you exhale, your stomach's going to soften towards the earth. And on your next breath, bring your body back to the center. Bend your left knee, reach for the instep of your left foot, and come into stirrups pose on this side. So once again, you're lengthening long through the right leg. You're bending your left knee to a 90-degree bend, pulling against your left foot and pushing against your left hand. Trying to keep your right hip down to the best of your ability as you inhale and exhale out. One more breath. Bending your right knee, placing your right foot flat on the mat. Take your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Open your arms to a T. Flex your left foot. Let your knees now roll to the right until your left foot lands flat on the floor. Reach your left arm back behind you. And if you want, turn your gaze to the left. Now again, if your left foot doesn't land flat on the floor, you just have to release that right leg a little bit. So for me, this is definitely my tighter hip, and I need to adjust my right leg so my left foot can be flat. And then think about your left knee going towards the front of the mat just to get a deeper stretch into your left hip. Taking one more breath right here. And then bring your head to neutral and carefully and slowly bring your legs back center. Keeping your left ankle on your right thigh, bring your right knee in towards your chest, hands behind your right thigh, interlacing your fingers back to our figure 4 stretch on this side. So as you inhale, relax away a little bit. As you exhale, pull your right knee towards you. Maybe push your left knee away. You can use your hand, you can use your forearm or elbow. Inhale, we release. Exhale, we pull. So it's a little bit of a push and pull. If you want to flex your left foot a little bit, deepens that stretch. So many different variations, ways in which you can make it a little harder, a little easier. Remembering to be kind to yourself and know that there's no such thing as perfection, especially in a yoga or stretch class. And you just take your time. And go ahead and release your left leg. Bring both knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. Bring your chin to your chest, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Look towards your belly button. Just give your neck a little release here. And then slowly release back down. Taking hold of your stretch strap. I like to put a loop on mine. And take your right foot into the strap. Extend your leg to the sky. Now, I like to have my left leg straight out. But some people, when they're in this position, have some difficulty in their back. If you're feeling anything in your back at all, for this particular stretch, bend your left knee. Otherwise, your left leg is straight. Now, think about your hamstring being released. In order for this hamstring to release, the antagonist muscle, which in this case is your quadricep, or the opposing muscle, needs to contract a little bit. So you really want to think about pushing the back of the right knee towards the front of the mat. And as you inhale, release your leg completely. As you exhale, lift your leg on its own. When it can't go any further, you just need to give it a little bit of love and pull it back. If you find yourself where you're bending into the knee, then don't take your leg so far back. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift to the sky. Inhale, release. Exhale, you lift. Holding the stretch for about 3 seconds. Inhale, we release. And exhale, we lengthen. So we call this active isolated stretching with assistance. The assistance obviously means the yoga strap. Inhale, release. And exhale, we lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, we lengthen. Now the other thing to keep in mind, when you release your leg, don't just let it drop down like that. You want to make sure that you're controlling the movement both on the negative, so as you release it, and then as you work the leg. Take one more breath in, and one more breath out, and we'll hold it at the top right here. Go ahead and take the strap and place it towards the ball of your foot or towards your toes. So we're going a little bit more now into your calf muscle. I want you to flex your foot. Push your heel away from you. Try to pull your toes towards you and then relax the foot. We're just going to do about 5 of these. So take a breath in. As you exhale, heel pushes away, toes towards you. Now you should feel the stretch in towards your calf. Inhale, you relax. Exhale, you press. So our calves take a lot of abuse. You know, they're holding us up basically, right? Our poor little calves. Inhale, release. Exhale. So we really need to think about stretching our calves. A lot of issues pertaining to our ankles, plantar fasciitis. It's usually your calves that need to stretch out a lot. And then of course into the knee sometimes as well. One more stretch right here into the calf. And for me, I certainly feel this behind my knee as well. So all the way from my calf down to the back of my knee. Then slip the strap back into your instep. I want you to take your left hand on your top of your left hip, so not the outside but the top. Take a breath in. As you exhale, open your right leg to the right. So now we're going into a stretch for your inner thigh. But what you don't want to do is roll, right? You don't want to come off your left hip. Inhale your leg up. Exhale, breathe into the right side. Lengthening through the left side as well. So once again, the top of your left hip will get a little stretch. And then inhale, you lift. And exhale, open to your right. So I've taken my left hand off my hip now that I know I'm grounded through that left side. But if you feel like you're starting to move, place your hand back there again. It brings awareness into where your leg is actually traveling to. So it's like doing the splits, right? It's like becoming a wishbone here. Inhale, you lift your leg up. Exhale, you open to the right. Notice that I'm keeping my right foot flexed the whole time. So I'm pushing away through my right heel. Inhale your leg all the way up. Exhale, open to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, open to the right. Let's stay to the right. And now try and pull your leg back towards the wall behind you. Of course, I'm out by my pool. There's no wall there, thank goodness, but a fence that's back there. Just try and deepen that stretch for a moment. And then inhale your leg up. Take the strap in your left hand. As you exhale, cross your midline. Push your right heel away and say hello to your right piriformis, maybe your IT band, and maybe your lower back. So inhale your leg up. Exhale, cross your midline. So take your leg to the left. Again, be mindful you're not rolling all the way to the left. So it's not a stretch like a twisted stretch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross your midline. You really want to try and keep that right hip drop. And notice that because you're not rolling, you're probably not able to take your leg quite so far. And that's okay. Inhale your leg up. Exhale, cross your midline. All the time you're doing these stretches, you're maintaining a neutral spine, or a neutral head, I should say, keeping your gaze towards the sky. Inhale, you lift. Exhale, you cross your midline. So this is our love-hate stretch, right? We're like, oh, it feels so good, but oh, it hurts. You know, we always battle with this, but it's such a good stretch for your body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross your midline. Let's stay across this time. Really push through the right heel. If you want to deepen this stretch experience, simply move your left leg a few inches to the right. And all of a sudden you're like, ow. And then bring your leg back up to the sky. Take your left foot into the strap and your right foot on the floor. So again, your option is to either keep your right knee bent or straighten it out. Now your left hamstring is getting the love and attention. Inhale, release your left leg down. Exhale, you lift. So we begin this series again, but on the left leg. Remember, you want to contract your left thigh so that your left hamstring can release. Inhale, release. Exhale, you lengthen. Good. Inhale, release. Exhale, you lengthen. Inhale down. And exhale up. With each time you're bringing your leg up, you're just trying to take it a fraction further. Inhale, release. Exhale, you lengthen. Very good. One more time. Inhale, release. Exhale, let's stay at the top. Take the strap in your left hand. Take your right hand on top of your right hip. Take that breath in. As you exhale, open to your left. So again, right hand is just creating more of a mindfulness that you don't roll to your left doing this. Inhale your leg up. Exhale, open to your left. Inhale your leg up. Exhale, open to your left. Inhale up. Exhale, open left. One more time. Inhale up. Open left and stay to the left. As we're going through these exercises, you can tell I'm on my patio. And I have to tell you, I haven't really done yoga on my patio before, or stretching. But laying here looking up to the sky is just incredibly peaceful. It really is. With all the chaos that surrounds us, this is just that time you need on your mat to find a little peace. Bring your leg up to the sky. Take your right hand into the strap. Left hand can come out. As you exhale, cross your midline. Now notice that this leg just might be a little more challenging than the right. And I say that simply because it is for me. Inhale, you lift your leg up. Exhale, you cross your midline. Remember, you don't want to roll like this. You don't want to roll off your left hip. Bring the leg back up. Cross your midline. Try to keep the left hip down. Notice I just can't go so far because I'm so tight into my left hip. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we cross. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we cross. 2 more times. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we cross. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we cross. Let's stay across. Again, push your left heel away. Maybe move your right leg diagonally to the left, just a few inches. It's not going very far. And then bring your leg back center. Take the strap on the ball of your foot, because yes, I forgot about our calf on this side. So let's get a little love into our calf. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push your heel away. Just try and bring your toes towards your chest. Inhale, you release. Exhale, push the heel away. So you want to make sure you're not trying to pull the leg in, right? The leg's not moving. Just inhale, relax the foot. Exhale, push the heel away. Just as if you were standing on a step and doing calf raises, right? Stretching the calf out, dropping the heel. Exhale, push the heel away. I don't know about you, but my calves are tight. Inhale, relax. Exhale, push the heel away. We'll do this 1 more time. And bend the left knee and take the strap and remove it from your foot, placing it to your right side. Bring both knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. Bring your chin to your chest, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Look at your belly button. And then rock yourself to a seated position. Coming center with your right leg in front of your left. Shoulders down away from your ears. Soften your face. And just move your head around. Whatever feels right for you. You've been on your back for probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So your neck might have gotten a little cranky. And then switch directions. So whatever you're doing, just change it up. And then quiet that movement. As you take your next inhale, I want you to reach your right arm all the way up. As you exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale up, exhale, cartwheel over to your left, your right. Inhale, we lift, exhale, up and over, softening through your left side, lengthening out of your right. Inhale up, exhale, up and over. So this should feel really good out of your waistline. Inhale, we lift, exhale, up and over. 1 more time to your left. Then inhale up, exhale, up and over to your right. And then inhale your arms all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center. And take a few breaths right here. Inhale. And exhale out. 1 more breath. I thank you for joining me on the mat with a wonderful way to stretch through your lower body. Till we meet again, namaste.